Good afternoon. Today we will be talking about fractions, the dreaded fractions. Okay, class. Who has ever gone bowling before? Okay. Oh, okay. All you guys have been bowling. Okay, raise your hand. How do you play? Darius? Okay. Does everybody agree with what Darius said? Okay, we all are on the same page. And the great thing is we have a bowling alley right next door to our school. Okay. What is the object of the game? Emiliana? Yes, that's correct. You have to get a strike, knock down all the pins. Okay. How many pins are there in total, Darius? Okay. Correct. There are 10 pins. Every time you bowl and knock down some pin, you are actually practicing fractions. The pins you knock down are part of the whole set, and the pins still standing are the other part of the whole. Let's play a bowling game and see how we can create a sum of fractions. Okay, everybody, we're going to go to FA.20 on your Chromebooks. Everybody should be there. Okay, I have it right here. Okay, and did everybody, Emiliana, would you please distribute all of the bowling worksheets? Bowling for fraction sum worksheet. Okay, now I need you to tell me what are you going to do first? Because we went over this last, okay? Right. You're going to shade in the amount of the first ball that you bowl, and then you're going to write it down as a fraction. What fractions of pins were knocked down? So if we knock down 7, you're going to shade in 7 the squares. So you're going to have 7/10. And what fraction of the pins are still left standing? What is that, Darius? Correct. 3. Do you want to help them out, Emiliana? Yes, it has to be 3/10, not a whole. 3/10. So 7/10 plus 3/10 will equal what? 10/10. 10/10. And that's equal to what, class? Correct. A whole. Okay. I'm going to start so you guys can see it. I guess you can see it. Okay, everybody should be on A games. For bowling. Okay, and let me roll this first ball. Okay. Let me see if you can see it well enough. Move this down. Okay, great. Almost great. Okay, let the bowling begin. Let the fun begin. My first ball. Okay. Let me move it back over. All right. Whoa. I knocked down 5. 5/10. Okay, 5/10. And how many are left? Emiliana? Correct. 5/10. So 5/10 plus 5/10 is how much there is? 10/10. Correct. That's a whole. So we have parts of a whole. Okay. Now everybody has their Chromebook. Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to walk around and make sure everybody is on the correct site. Good job. So your first pin count, you're going to write that down. And then the second, what you have left will be the other part. So we have what fraction of pins were knocked down, what fraction of pins are still standing. And you're going to write an equation that shows the fractions as the sum of the whole. Okay. And once you complete that, you will work with a partner. Okay? So today, you're going to be finding different ways to make up a whole. So that's the first way. Now, this is doing exploration. You're going to be finding different ways. If you want to find the sum of a fraction, what operation will we be using? Correct. Jaden, right. Combining, adding. Okay, we're going to start the other activity. Each of you all, Emiliana, could you pass out the strips? Each of you all will get the strips, the fraction strip. Okay, once you get it, you're going to count the fractions, and they're already been pre-cut. How many boxes do we have? How many? Yes, we have 8. Correct. All right. So you're going to write 1/8 in the first box, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, etc. Okay? And 7/8. And then what's the next thing we want to do? You're going to work together in groups, and then you're going to shuffle the strips and place them face down. And you're going to write 8/8, which is equivalent to how much? Correct. 8/8 is equivalent to 1. That's correct. Okay, you will pick up strips and turn it over. The fraction shown is their first adding. Partners then take turns to turn over the strips and use them as addings until the sum is equal to 8/8. You are to record them on your equation on your whiteboards that each of you already have. Okay, correct. If the sums are greater than 8/8, you simply turn it over and take turns until one partner finds the missing part. Students may use more than 2 addends to reach the sum. For example, 3/8 plus 5/8 equals what? Correct, 8/8. Or you might have 3/8, and then your strip, you pick up a 1/8 plus a 4/8. Then you still equal to 8/8. Very good. Why is it important to be able to write fractions as a sum of fractions in different ways? Okay, you need to discuss that with your partners, and we'll get back to that answer. Okay, now we're going to develop the anchor chart about your observations. So we cut to the anchor chart, and due to time's sake, we have the fractions, adding and subtraction, fraction with like denominators, and subtracting also with like denominators. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals 3/3, which is equivalent to 1. Then we have over here with the subtraction, fraction with like denominators. 6/8, the pink highlighted boxes, and then you're going to subtract 2/8. So you had the 6, you take 2 of them away. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's correct. It equals how much? Yes, 4/8. And then you can also count using the number line. 8/10 minus 5/10 equals 3/10. So you start at the 8/10, and then you go down 5. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, and 5/10, and you will get the total of 3/10. That is correct. And now we're going to go back to addition. With addition, you would find 2/5 on your number line. 2/5 plus 1/5. 2